Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We're doing a trade agreement with Wello. Let's see if Philippines is good for him. Oop. Nihilist movement completed. Trade agreement with Malaga. Thought it was Wello. Yeah, I'm silly. We'll do that in a second. Okay, Philippines is happy with having a trade agreement again, which is good. Happy to deal with that. Nothing ends. The rigorous suppression of the nihilist movement has finally borne fruit, and the word nihilism becomes nothing but an obscenity once more. Your worst sin is that you have destroyed and betrayed yourself for nothing. They were more troubled than they had any right to be. Intelligentsia gets nihilism in recession, increased approval, minus 15% political strength. Japan gets nihilism overcome, 15% authority, 5% production research speed, 10% political strength of academics. That's interesting. And a character appears. Use this to reassert our control over academia. This does the same thing, but it doesn't give us extra authority. I like having extra authority, so I'm going to go with that one. Philippines accepted our trade agreement. How about a customs union, though? Philippine Army power projection is pretty alright, but my power projection will be a lot better once I've got mass conscription. Oh my goodness. A rebellion in France. Oh heck. Hold on, I think I'm of necessity involved in this. I'm not. Did France or I not have a defensive pact? I guess not. Popular playwright endorses reform. In the midst of the debate surrounding mass conscription, one of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the Buddhist monks, has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. The man's viewpoint may be somewhat partisan, but sir, you cannot argue with his prose. I've been getting my playwright bonuses every chance I get, but this time I actually want this to get going pretty fast. So I'm going to go with the one that gives us 10% increased enactment chance. That'll get us back to where we were when this situation started. Wild. Are you involved in any of this? You're in a war with Nepal. That doesn't seem like it matters all that much, given that China's not involved. Alright, the trade unions have joined the movement to preserve national militia. But I'm not too worried about it. Where are we with infamy? We're getting there. We're very much getting there. Maybe I'll just grab a couple of territories and leave the last one for later. But I want them so very badly. Oh, not all of our construction sectors are in steel frame. They need to be. There's pump jacks. And oil has been discovered in Sakhalin. Wonderful. Oil is relatively expensive in our market. Let's go ahead and get those oil rigs built. Cue those in. So, we need more dyes, and we can definitely get more dyes by going to automatic irrigation. What about tea? Opium plantations, I don't think we have any of those right where we live. Tea we definitely could use more of. I am going to do it with cotton. That actually is going to make them more expensive. United Syndicates. Yeah, I'm going to do it for all of them. I'm going to do it for all of them, and I'm going to see what we can sell. So, silk. Who needs it? France, Russia, Italy, Britain. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Tobacco. France, Russia, Italy, Britain. Tea, France and Russia. And Austria. It's going to make me a little short on convoys, but I'm building up a ton of ports, so I'm thinking that will not be a problem. Dissenters break ranks. To outside observers, the trade unions may appear firmly committed to the idea of mass conscription, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. For how long have we stood together? How many times have we lent a willing hand your way? Yet our own concerns are left unanswered, our own desires left unmet. If we shall not be heard here, we shall be so elsewhere. Splitters, may the devil take them. This reduces enactment chance by 15%. Loosen the purse strings. You can get some of them back by spending 40k. Or we can offer them custodianship over a new draft. I'm going to offer them custodianship over a new... No, that's not wise. I'm going to spend the cash. I think I can deal with that. I'm still at low taxes, and I can enact some consumption taxes. Let's actually throw a consumption tax on tobacco. No, I don't need that yet. Plus, the extra authority is good for me in terms of getting this passed. We are getting more convoys since we're building more stuff. And what do we need to increase the profit of? Livestock ranches, I mean, y'all played yourself. What can we... Fertilizer and meat are still super cheap. We'll sell those all over France and Malega. And what about fertilizer? France, Bolivia, Argentina. We're exporting just about as much fertilizer as we can right now. I think there may be a point where we'll have a better production method available for explosives, but I don't think we've got it active yet. No, we're on the highest one. Rubber discovered in Anam, very good. Could start suppressing the trade unions. I'll go ahead and do that. I can weaken the political power of anyone who generally opposes the government. That will be useful to me. Cool, rotary valve engine, very good. Rousing speech captivates the public. Social security is up to 2, excellent. This afternoon, Hachiro Togo, leader of the armed forces, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of mass conscription. Making an appearance before the public in Edo's main square, Hachiro Togo's powerful rhetoric left even his most embittered political opponents impressed. Excerpts from the speech are already being circulated across Japan, fanning the fires of an already roaring debate. This should ease the path to reform greatly, 15%, or performances reflect well on Togo and his cause. This makes the armed forces and Hachiro Togo a little bit more powerful at the cost of lower enactment chance, and I want higher enactment chance, so I'm going with that one. Plus, we're very close. Actually, we're reputable now. Russia is still involved in that war. China is not involved in the war, but I think we can take them. I think we've got the capacity even before we go to mass conscription. We're still working on all this stuff, but our finances will be back to normal pretty shortly, and we've got a very large buffer in the proverbial tank. So I think it's time. Transfer subject would not help. Alright. Italy wants a trade agreement. Okay, Italy. Looks like Austria won its... Nope, looks like Austria lost its civil war. That's okay. Russia's almost assuredly going to side with Great Qing. But I think our ambitions are too strong for that. So, I'm going to take the plunge. I don't need to make them primary demands, because if they give in, that's not necessarily a problem for me. Alright, our secondary navy on that. Put our primary armies here, and actually, I'm going to be starting these armies on defense for now, because it's going to take us time to build up the army of the size that we need. They've added a war goal. It is humiliation. Alright, interesting. Belgium is damaging relations. We've gotten a 30 deficit, interestingly. We'll go ahead and stop marginalizing the intelligentsia then for now. Make sure we're good on authority. Gonna go ahead and throw a consumption tax on tobacco. We're short on influence. That's going to give us a small prestige penalty. That's okay. So, now it's time to find out if... Yep. Okay, so Russia's going to side with them. That's okay with me. I can deal with this. This is not a problem for me. Grab another one of our... Well... France is damaging relations. France. I don't understand why you're doing this. You're already in a war with the other France. Did Great Britain win its war? Universal suffrage parliamentary republic. It did not. Communists won the civil war in America, and they're now going after some territory in Senegal. That's interesting. Great Britain's fighting an East India Company revolt over there. No one is interested in supporting us, but that's okay with me. I'm going to get one of my secondary fleets here raiding convoys. And another fleet sending our trade routes to somewhere else. Do I have additional space in my admiralty? No. Technically, yes. Cool. Yeah, we'll go with you. Alright. Alright, so we do need another guy over there. Does Scar do anything to goof you up? No. You there. Because the enemy's got a lot of troops here. But I've got extremely superior technology, so I think we can hack it for now. There's a lot of diplomatic plays happening right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them. So this rebellion in Bhopal doesn't involve me. Situation in Belgium could still potentially involve me. Revolt in Jaipur, not interested. American conquest of somewhere in Spain. Liberia. They want Liberia back. Don't care. I'm still going to keep an eye on the situation in Belgium. I don't think I'm going to be in a position to intervene soon, but I'll... But it won't be never either. Yep, so that's going to deactivate a bunch of our trade routes. Let's see what they've got. Belgian Waldeck, not interested. Despite our advantages, we are losing this battle, but we're inflicting crazy high casualties on them. We've got a kill death of almost 2.5 to 1. And our strength is increasing over time significantly. Public address goes awry. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of mass conscription by Samata Oyama has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the Buddhist monks. Fumbling his way through a series of poorly presented talking points, Samata Oyama's arguments have been viciously and convincingly picked apart by his political opponents. The question on everyone's lips now is merely if this mishap was due to the inherent failings of mass conscription, or it can be chalked down to the political incompetence of the Buddhist monks. As a result of this poorly thought-out proposal, this reduced enactment chance by 15%. Oyama must take the blame for the setback, minus 10%, weaken the Buddhist monks. Or scrap the current draft and make a show of a rewrite. I'm not going to go with that this time, even though I can get 10% enactment chance out of it. I'm going to go with the second one. It's going to drop our enactment chance to 31%, but I'm still pretty okay there. Our ratio is increasing. The enemy's morale losses are crazy high from battle casualties disadvantage, so we might still be able to pull this one out of the proverbial fire. We're also getting more battalions into this front at an absolutely bananas rate. And on top of that, Qing is actually losing war support faster than... No, they're not. Or, yeah, they are. Because of the number of casualties they've taken. In fact, they're at almost 50% of casualties compared to their total available manpower, whereas we're still at only about 10%, which is bananas. That's the power of siege artillery and trenches, my friends. Our guy blundered. That's very sad. Quit blundering, Tadakuni. Quit blundering, General Enomoto. Fail. We're also no longer building anything, so that's going to be significantly improving our overall financial situation. Well, we're not going to win this battle, but we sure are going to be... we sure have got a significantly higher ratio compared to them at this point. Great Britain is facing a rebellion in India once again. Excuse me? You're looking to conquer chunks of Sumatra. Well, that is not okay. Alright, America, we'll see. Cool. Tadakuni Inomoto was killed. Interesting. Oh, I need someone in the Manchuria HQ. Let me see, I've got a hedonist and a traditionalist. You're a Republican, but neither of these are bad. You're a pillager and arrogant. Attrition risk multiplier. Don't love that. Let's go with this guy. We're going to be our general in Manchuria. And I need... This diplomatic play in South Asia does not concern me one bit. It's this diplomatic play that I need a war goal. You know what? We'll do it. Actually, though, what kind of capacity to win this war do I have? They went to professional army. I've still got the force to do it. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try for recognition. We'll see if that happens. And we're in adoption for mass conscription. Wonderful. Alright, so once this battle ends, we've inflicted just a bananas amount of casualties on the enemy, but once this battle ends, we'll go ahead and flip over to pushing forward. And I think that will be effective. Bali will join for market opening America. I don't need to bring in any of these countries. I don't think their opinions matter. Siak is supporting me, obviously. Cool. Now we're spending a pile of cash on this. We also lost our commander over here. Yep, as soon as this ends, we're gonna flip over on this. Don't I have an admiral around here? Oh, you're not around here. You need to be patrolling the coast. Sorry, I thought all our trade was going there. Wait. Yeah, okay, that's what I want. And that should lock that down. Alright, and now that we're at even here, we can advance. This is going to look really bad for a second, but only because it puts my guys off the front for a moment. Now our enemies are on the defense. Not sure why this bar is going back and forth, but it sure is. How's this battle? Alright, going much better. We still have maximum military wages, right? Yes, we do. Can afford to drop government wages just a bit. Opposition members put forth demands. More pragmatically inclined members of the Hey Min, the rural folk, currently opposed to the passing of mass conscription, have offered to change their stance were they to be offered certain political concessions. Such concessions would not be popular with the Buddhist monks, however. Compromise makes a good umbrella, but a poor roof. It is temporary expedient, often wise in party politics, almost sure to be unwise in statesmanship. I can acquiesce to their demands. The bill must pass. This makes the Buddhist monks very upset. But the Buddhist monks are very happy right now. Or you can say compromise is a tool this week. The week this slows us down. I'm going to acquiesce because I want the bill to be passed. We're handily winning here now. Proletarian revolt in Brunei. Alright. We'll put one of our... I thought you were in with this situation. Right, fronts are wonky in North Borneo. That doesn't concern me. Or with the United Syndicates. Alright. Sicily, I'm going to have to deal with this. Oh! France has announced its ambitions to fulfill its natural borders. And France has become a republic, interestingly. Neat. Our infamy is still decaying here. Does China have war support protection? They don't. Because this isn't their situation. We've got high battle loss rate here, but that's going to change in a second. As soon as this battle finishes out. Oh boy, look at that. We're sure taking back territory now, friends. I'm going to go back on the defense. Interesting. I have unrealized taxes. Oh, because... No? Interesting. Oh. Got taxation capacity shortages. Why? How do I get... How do I get someone protecting convoys here? Surely the trade route to Mexico contains the Sea of Japan. Here we go. Get out of my seas, Russia. Wonderful. Come on, 45%. We'll see. Advancement. Okay, that's good. 60% the next round through. Brunei Proletarian Revolt still hasn't popped off. We're handily winning the defense here, so hopefully that should get us back on track where we need to be with war support. Our war support's going down slightly faster than theirs, but part of the reason that's happening is because of the loss ratio. Our side has lost 77% of the battles at this point because we lost that one giant one right at the beginning. But this is also a giant one, so I'm hoping that a victory here will help us get what we need to get. America is invading, and America is successfully invading, which is unfortunate. There's that. Gonna have to bring one general over here. See, unfortunately, I can't station troops down here, which is a real shame. A crying shame, in fact. I currently also don't have war support protection because China technically controls all of their... Huh. The battle ended, but they didn't land. Interesting. Maybe we won. Heck yeah. Okay, and we're very solidly winning this battle at this point. Gosh darn it. Another general from the Manchuria HQ. This guy doesn't have reckless, so he's the guy. And you're going to defend Sulu. That's not Sulu, this is Sulu. Yes, okay, that's where you are. Gonna grab one more general. There's mass conscription. And send him to advance in the north and the south here. We're still very slowly winning this battle. Okay. So, where are we with our conscription centers? Fully conscripted. Fully conscripted. Alright. Let's get some barracks. There. Ten levels in each state will be enough to start. I see. I think I'm going to have to escort convoys down to this area so that I can protect both of these convoy raiding areas. Ugh, too many wars on too many fronts, friends. It's getting really difficult. what this is. White peace. We do not accept this peace deal. What do you... What do you think this is, China? Really? What do you think is... What do you think... How do you think... Is that how you think this is going to go? No, you're going to have to sacrifice a lot more than that to get a white piece out of me in this situation. Alliance with Tidor. No, thank you. I'm in the next big offensive action that I'm planning on being in already. Spending a lot of money on it. A lot of money and a lot of lives, frankly. I'm still on the advance here. Yes, okay, so I won that battle. And that's making China lose war support much faster. So I am going to achieve victory over here. And then we'll see about these erstwhile Americans. Sulu is in default. That's okay. That's Luzon. Sulu. Uh-oh. Don't you crash. Don't you crash. Don't crash, Victoria 3. No! Oh, God. It's a problem. Oh, it's a problem, friends. Oh, no, we got a slow crash. What is happening? Oh, no! All right. Get closed, Victoria 3. I was going to wait till the end of the year anyway, but, all right, so we're going to start back up from December 1st. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you all on the other side.